Here on Morning Live, good to have you on board on this Friday morning, the 24th of November. We take a look at news-making top stories for this hour. Zimbabweans are starting to gather at the National Sports Stadium in Harare for the inauguration of the interim president, Emmerson Mnangagwa. It will officially end the 37-year reign of Robert Mugabe, who resigned on Tuesday after last week's military takeover and his axing as ZANU-PF leader over the weekend. South African Minister of Telecommunications and Postal Services, will represent President Jacob Zuma at the inauguration.
The challenges are clear, and for the new Commander-in-Chief, a strong, focused and dedicated team is needed. He is expected to appoint a new cabinet soon with far-reaching changes. With some former ministers having already been expelled from ZANU-PF, Mnangagwa's dream of a lean cabinet may be realized. The bloated cabinet has always been his concern.
He's a great strategist. And he's a businessman, excellent. And if he can do work on energy, so that when we have energy, our manufacturing industries can begin to blossom. And then with the wonderful people like Comrade Chris Mnangagwa, if he was to end the foreign affairs ministry to mobilize the international world to come in, I know that we will go somewhere.
Mnangagwa is expected to appoint 2 vice presidents, including one who is likely to be a member of former ZAPU, and the war veterans are expected to be accommodated in cabinet. Sophie Mukweni, SABC News, Harare, Zimbabwe.
And meanwhile, with official proceedings expected to get underway from at least 10 o'clock this morning, let us once again say good morning to our reporter, Aldrin Sampear. He's live from Harare in Zimbabwe this morning. Aldrin, is the anticipation building as we await President Mnangagwa's inauguration?
Well, we are now inside the National Sports Stadium, and right behind me, the red carpet has been rolled out as Zimbabweans welcome the new president who will be inaugurated today, Emmerson Mnangagwa. I'm just going to step out of shot quickly just to give you an indication of the red carpet that has been rolled out. And there you have it. That is the podium where Emmerson Mnangagwa will be taking his oath of office and pledge allegiance to the Constitution of Zimbabwe as well as to the people of Zimbabwe. But also the likes of General Constantino, who has been critical in this transition of power that has taken place, have played a critical role. He will also have to pledge allegiance to the country in front of then President Emmerson Mnangagwa. There will also be a guard of honor, and Emmerson will then inspect that guard of honor, and that's only after he has signed the oath of office. And as I've indicated earlier on, that the Chief Justice will be leading that proceedings that will be taking place in terms of taking the oath of office. Quite interestingly, is that this very same podium is the very same podium where about 4 years ago, Robert Mugabe took his oath of office, and now his term as president of Zimbabwe came to an abrupt end because of that intervention that was led by the Defense Force. And just listening to the crowds that have gathered here so far at this point, cheering on the Defense Force officers who are making their way into the stadium. Some have also been cheering them when Emmerson Mnangagwa arrived in the country 2 days ago. And today is the day that they inaugurate the president, and many would be wondering where President Robert Mugabe would be, because procedurally he's expected to be here. But last night when we spoke to his office said that they can't confirm whether he will be attending because the environment is not conducive for that. It's back to you in studio.
All right, thank you so much indeed to our reporter live from Harare, Zimbabwe, Aldrin Sampear. Do stay tuned to Morning Live as we'll be crossing